Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Generations. In the last episode, we took on Speed Highway of the Dreamcast era, and we took on the first act of City Escape. In today's episode, we're going to be taking on the second act here. And with me, what?
It's the same exact person,
The
Sonic.
same exact person. So we're going to continue doing this. So we're going to be taking on Act 2 of City Escape, which honestly is a very big homage to Sonic Adventure 2. You can tell just by the very beginning of this level. Now, what I mean by that is, well, we're going to get to that here in just a second as soon as it's done loading, which will
Yeah,
be
but if you remember in the original, in Sonic Adventure 2, you would start sliding down whatever city it was, we don't know which, on a board you ripped off of the gun helicopter in the beginning cutscene. But here, we're doing it same exact thing, but with a snowboard. Not sure where he got the snowboard, but I'm guessing he stopped at one of the local shops before deciding to start the level.
And pretty much when you're in this segment here, you can actually jump off the ramps by pushing X at the right time. And if you don't do that, then, well, crap.
Yeah, then you just
Yeah.
fly. Sometimes it's actually a little faster to do if you want to take alternative paths, like here. I never actually jump off those ramps because I always land on the grind rail if I do.
Yeah, exactly. Now, here is one of the most infamous, well, not here. We passed it earlier. One of the most infamous red rings is on that segment.
Yeah,
And
because you really just have a one
when we
shot.
get when we get to the red ring episode, you will see exactly why I say that.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I almost that particular red ring almost made me go against getting all the red rings in this playthrough. But oh god, there was one particular one that you have to be at the right angle in order to get, and I spent literally an hour trying to get it one time.
Yeah, I would agree. Because that one, it's
But
pretty much if you miss it, then you have to start the level over again because you won't have
yeah.
another shot at it. It's one of those one type red rings, which is annoying.
Yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. Ugh. It's really annoying, and honestly, I know I'm kind of going in this like being like, oh, I hate this red ring. Yeah, it's annoying, but honestly, I would really suggest everybody do it. Try and get at least 100% of this game because you do get a lot of stuff out of it. Now, one thing I didn't mention is the song that's playing right now. This is "Escape from the City." I can't remember the guy who sang it, but they actually got the guy again and got him to record him singing again for this stage in particular. And now we're on the infamous gun truck, and I got hit by the gun truck. This segment right here was in Sonic Adventure 2. You know, at the very end of the stage, Sonic was getting chased by this gigantic gun truck. So this
Yeah,
one is blood this
I
time.
was gonna say this was more out for blood with a bunch of saws and
What's
trying to
Steven
kill
wrong with
you. I
you?
ran you over.
I'm just gonna break all this freaking stuff. And
Although
just,
the funny thing I had to say about it's not just with Generations, it's with this gun truck and one of the mods. If you have the PC version, if you play the Unleashed project, which is pretty much playing all the Sonic Unleashed HD versions, daytime levels, this gun truck appears in Adabat, and you
What?
just like feel like what? Okay,
What?
but it makes so much sense when you think about it.
But anyways, I mean, like that one's out for blood, and like look how much collateral damage it did.
Yeah,
to
this guy
that
does way
building.
more collateral damage here than he did in Sonic Adventure 2.
There we go. We got an S rank. I'm really happy about that. I got an S rank on that stage in particular. Didn't take too long.
Oh,
Either.
and the
None of
person's
these
name that
levels
you were
really take
thinking of?
long. I think
The person name you were
there's
thinking of for the song, it was composed by Jun Sano, of course, and then it was performed by Ted Poley and Tony Harnell. And they got the original guys back, and they mixed some of it too with, I think it was with Classic, they mixed the original and a new version. It's pretty impressive.
Thanks, Big Blue. That's the first time I've ever been stolen.
But now we've rescued Rouge the Bat. Rouge the Bat was introduced in this game, in Sonic Adventure 2. She's a treasure hunter. She kind of does everything Knuckles does, essentially.
Except she's more out for the jewels and not just for one emerald.
Yeah.
Which, by the
We
way,
got the song.
how's Angel Island doing, Knuckles? You're never there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We got the song Green Forest out of it. Oh, we got that red ring? Holy cow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's
But there
actually
we go.
one of my favorite songs to play when I'm changing up the music. I always play that one, going back to Green Hill.
Yeah.
Well, that and
Okay,
Leaf
but
Forest.
now we're taking on the. I'm gonna switch over to. No, not City Escape. How do you
Yeah, go back to City Escape. Let's do that. No.
What the hell? Okay.
It's triangle.
Oh, there we go. Triangle. Ah.
Not the
Hey,
not
come
the
on.
right bumpers. No, not the
Now-
left. L1 R1.
Not the right bumper, so it changes the level. But anyways, we're going to be taking on the next level here. This level is from Sonic Heroes. We're going to be taking on Act 1 of this level.
Yeah, and this is when the era name kind of gets confusing. This is the Dreamcast era, which has a level from Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes. Heroes was on the GameCube, the PlayStation 2, and original Xbox. So
Well,
the
that's
name kind
because
of seems kind of weird.
Dreamcast- Yeah, the Dreamcast died before Sonic Adventure or Sonic Heroes was born.
Yeah,
Also,
you can thank the PS2 for that.
Yeah, thank you, PS2. Anyways, this is Seaside Hill. This is the very first level of Sonic Heroes. Now, the way Act 1 acts, it's kind of like, I want to say Hydro City Zone.
Yeah, I would
I
actually
want to
say the
say
same.
this level completely, like, takes its, like, the way it's designed from Hydro City Zone.
yeah. In fact, if you actually
Hydro-
play that music here, it's extremely fitting.
Yeah. Hydro City Zone is a level from Sonic 3. It's the first water level, and honestly, it's probably the most infamous water level besides Chemical Plant Zone. If I can ever get up there, jeez. Water physics kind of throw me off a little bit. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, when you
Okay.
think about it, though, Chemical Plant was more of a... It wasn't really a water level as much. There were some water elements, especially in Act 2, but it was more Hydrocity that had that water element.
Yeah. Now, Hydro City was... When I say that it's like Hydro City, is they take a lot of concepts from Hydro City in Act 1 of Seaside Hill. So, and speaking of which, there is a red ring up there, but yeah, I kind of missed my opportunity to get it, so we'll get it later. Like right here, like you'll see little fans right here that blow you off or into like different areas.
Yeah, well, you can also say that's more like from Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1 as well. In
Yeah,
fact,
I
that's
guess-
actually more like from Sonic 1.
Yeah.
But unlike
Sonic-
Labyrinth Zone and Sonic 1, there's more speed here, especially because of the control.
Yeah. Speaking of fishies, and I just
You missed. Well, no high path
Oh,
for
I
you.
missed. Yeah. There's actually this is actually one of the levels where you can actually implement something called the hedgehog effect.
Ah,
I
yeah,
don't-
that's right. And all you need is the bubble shield.
Yeah, all you need is the bubble shield, which we got in the last episode, or the 2 episodes ago, I guess.
Yeah, the way it works is if you're using the bubble shield without having the athleticism ability equipped, I believe, you just have so much height when you bounce. So you're actually able to bounce above a point where you shouldn't be, skipping a rendering trigger, which pretty much causes all the graphics to bug out. So you're pretty much standing on air.
Pretty much. And that has been dubbed the hedgehog effect because you literally went so fast that you beat the screen.
Yeah, it's possible to do that on a couple stages. Like one of the examples could be Sky Sanctuary, either or, modern or classic, and also Chemical Plant modern.
hmm
There's a lot of different stages you can actually do that too, pretty easily actually.
Now, I mentioned that they actually, one thing I really like is that the fact that they took enemies from each game and put them in this game, in each level that they were represented in. This level has egg ponds. Now, this is probably the first time we'll have ever seen egg ponds. Egg ponds are pretty much Eggman's minions in the series now. Right here is where I was talking about how it kind of reminds me of Hydro City Zone. This part in particular.
Yeah.
This is like this in Labyrinth Zone too. Push X whenever you get into a segment right here. So you
Yeah,
don't
although
get
there's
hit
a
by the
nasty
spike.
glitch with it too. If you run through one of the spike balls, be extremely careful because you don't have invincibility frames when you're hitting the spike balls for some reason. So they can instantly kill you, even if you have as many rings as Matt does. It's just a bad glitch.
And then this segment, we're getting chased again by... I don't even know what to call this. A gigantic wheel,
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, which is a nice thing because Seaside Hill combines both Seaside Hill and Ocean Palace from Sonic Heroes, so that's where that's from.
Yeah,
So you kind of think of it as Act 1, Act 2 combined.
that's pretty much that. But honestly, out of all the levels in Sonic... What did they take from Sonic Heroes on the 3DS version?
I don't believe there's a level, but the boss of the modern era was from there, and it was pretty much the boss right before the final boss. Like, I don't remember the thing's name right now. It was the one you would fight at the very end for each
Egg Emperor?
Egg Emperor, that was it.
Okay.
That's what you fight, but there's no actual level from this game.
And the 3DS version, we forgot to mention this at the beginning of this level, or beginning of this episode. The 3DS version for Sonic Adventure 2 is Radical Highway.
Yeah, a lot of the stages are pretty different. I mean, the only one I can think of that they share is the first one, Green Hill Zone.
I think, honestly, though, like, Radical Highway doesn't make any sense because Sonic didn't play that
Yeah,
level
that was
of the game.
Shadow's level, not
That was
Sonic's.
Shadow's level, not Sonic's. But-
Although, from what I've heard, some of the levels there kind of suffer a major issue of just kind of looking all the same.
Okay, now we've got another tutorial. We got wall jumps featured in the next act. We like to see the tutorial. Wall jump. Essentially, when you come up to these black walls here, you can just kick off of them.
Yeah, this was first used, I believe, in Sonic Unleashed. The only problem is with this one is you can only do this in certain walls. So you can only do it on these black walls.
Yeah.
Luckily,
So-
though, if you're playing the PC version and you're playing like custom levels, mods, like the moderators have found a way around it. Pretty much just put a wall there and just kind of put a coat of paint over it. That's what they do for the Unleashed project. All the walls you can wall jump in that game. They pretty much put those standard walls there and just put another texture over it.
Put another texture over it.
That's unfortunately what you have to do. That's the one limiting thing of the wall jump. Just like the Lightspeed Dash, it's situational. And in fact, this is one of the only real times you're going to be using it in a level.
But here we go. We're on Act 2 of Seaside Hill, and honestly, this is pretty much like Sonic Heroes in a way, except it's more... What the hell? That was weird. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, gravity kind of failed.
Gravity
Wait, no,
kinda
actually it
failed
didn't fail. It actually took into effect.
Wait, physics in a Sonic game?
And
Wait,
they actually
what?
work? Huh?
They actually work?
We're not being shot to the moon?
Not being shot to the moon?
Yeah,
here's
that'll
the
be for the silver
here.
boss fight.
Yeah.
Especially when we get to the Generations playthrough on League, and you guys will see when we get around to that.
Oh god. Lester did something.
No, more like the game realized what silver was from.
Yeah. And there's a red ring right there.
Yeah, one of the easier ones to get.
I didn't really kind of...
And
do it the
unfortunately, you
proper
also
way.
missed the rainbow rings. Now you got to take an alternative route, which is a little slower, but not that big of a deal.
Yeah. This level here actually takes a thing from the original Sonic Heroes game. And we'll get to that here soon.
Yeah,
it's not like
the only big
same,
difference is
but-
well, no flying and no power characters, which is actually kind of a good thing for Sonic right now.
Aww.
Right into the drink.
Right into the drink.
Well, something
Well-
tells me you're not getting an S now. Good going. You triggered the
Good
fish.
Oh, jeez.
That's the
Sorry
one
about
harm
that,
about this level, you gotta know. In this level, whenever you're on water and you're outside of the buoys, you'll have this gigantic fish come up that was from Green Hill Modern. And if
Oh,
you're out there
God.
for too long, it will eat you.
It will eat you, and Sonic be like, no!
I have heard of a trick though with that. It's a lot of speedrunners or people who want to like get best times this level to do with running on water. Apparently, if you just tap down on the joystick real quick, you'll go underwater enough so he goes away. Then you just continue running. I'm not sure how well that works, but that's what I've heard works.
Now we're
And you're taking the bottom route.
This is actually kind of a spot where it kind of splits into 3 a little bit. I didn't really go down the way I wanted to, though.
Yeah,
It kinda
there's
costs
two
something.
paths you can take from those cannons. One being the bottom route where you're doing a bunch of platforming. And the top route, you'll see in one of the challenges, I believe, as well. You'll be riding this cart just like you did in Sonic Heroes. Unlike the cart in
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes, though, it kind of controls a little better. I'd say kind
Yeah.
of, because I still cannot figure out how to get the thing to drift properly.
Well, there we go. Got back one of my lives that I lost.
Like you really need it.
Yeah, like I really need it though. But anyways, this
You might want
segment
to slow
right
down here if you
I
want to
think
take the top path.
Aw.
That's kind of why. If you're going too fast in that section, I always see people fall off, and I'm one of them. It's a pain to stay up there.
And then jump up this way. Now this, honestly, I think as much as like everybody likes boost to win, sometimes I don't like it because it kind of screws you up. Like the many times I've been doing it here.
You really have to be mindful of how to use it and
Yeah.
when to use it. That's the biggest thing with the boost mechanic.
Now let's break down. Now this is more of the Ocean Palace segment here that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Now, oh, I missed that rainbow ring.
Well,
Crap.
no rainbow ring for you. And no launcher for you either. You gotta take the bottom route.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
those
I
are the
guess
other kind of walls I was talking about. Like, you know how I said before in the Unleashed project, they masked certain walls with different texture?
Yeah.
They kind of, I think Sega also did the same thing with those walls, because certain walls in this game you can still wall jump on, and those certain walls are the ones that close in on you. So I'm thinking they did the same thing. They just maxed it with a different coat of paint.
Yeah, I think they did too. As you could probably tell, this is not a level I'd like to replay a lot. So.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. This is actually one of my favorite levels to go back to with modern Sonic. With Classic once in a while, but not as much as the others.
I think it's mostly just because like stuff like that, where it's like where you have to be like really instant with everything. That kind of bothers me a little bit when I have to do that.
Yeah, that is the one downside, but I do like all the alternate paths and how they're all really different. Because sometimes you just get an alternate path that's barely any different than the other ones.
But there we go. I think we're at nearing.
Yeah, careful on here because a lot of people would think that's a rail, but it's just a very narrow pathway and you can fall really easily.
And I lost all my boost power. This is not going to be.
Yeah, you might want to take it slow in this section then.
Okay. Aw,
That's
thought I was gonna
kind
make
of
it.
why.
That was to make it. But there we go. There's a gold ring.
If you
After
had enough
6
boost meter, you
minutes.
can actually jump around those launchers, and you can run in the water too.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people do that. It saves them a little bit of time, but it's very risky.
Well, there we go. We got a B rank on this. But yeah, that was pretty sloppy performance, and I do apologize for that, folks.
Again, could have been better.
As you can tell, Seaside Hill's not one of the levels I like to come back to very much.
Yep, as you stated earlier.
But there we go, and now we've completely, well, not completely restored Seaside Hill, but we got a majority of it restored.
So I think we've pieced together more of what's happening, and it's not good. Whoa! When that thing goes through time, it tears space apart, leaving the areas empty and dead, and sticking them in this weird white limbo. When the Sonics accelerate through time, they fix space, returning color and life.
Then I guess we have to run like there's no tomorrow, or there won't be a tomorrow.
It takes a mighty foe to trap a ninja. Be on your guard, Sonic.
And with that, we've rescued Espio the Chameleon. He was he wasn't really like introduced in Sonic Heroes.
No.
He was actually introduced in a 32X game
That
called
probably
Knuckles
like
Chaotix.
10% of the Sonic fans have played.
Yeah, Espio the Chameleon's a ninja, so he was like his first like true game that everybody played with Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, that's the one everyone recognized him in. But Knuckles Chaotix was the game he was actually first introduced in.
Yeah. So now we have the boss gate challenge keys open. So we'll be taking care of that in the next episode. So in the next episode, we'll be taking care of the boss gate keys and hopefully taking on the rival. So we'll see you guys in the next episode.